subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.
Friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Sir Abdul Sattar Khan. 12th English first term solved exam paper question answer HSC स्टेट बोर्ड 12th इंग्लिश फर्स्ट टर्म का एग्जाम पेपर है 50 मार्क्स के लिए क्वेश्चन आंसर इंग्लिश स्टेट बोर्ड क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 है रीड द एक्सट्रैक्ट एंड कंप्लीट द एक्टिविटीज गिवन बिलो. At a corner of 6th Avenue, electric lights and cunningly displayed wares behind plate glass made a shop window attractive. Soapy took a stone and dashed it through the glass. People came running around the corner, a policeman in the lead. Soapy stood still with his hands in his pockets and smiled at the sight of brass buttons. Where is the man that done that? Inquired the officer agitatedly. Don't you think that I might have had something to do with it? Said Soapy with a friendly voice as one greets good fortune. The policeman refused to accept Soapy even as a clue. Men who smash windows do not remain to chat with the police. They take to their heels. The policeman saw a man halfway down the block running to catch a car. With drawn club, he joined in the pursuit. Soapy, with disgust in his heart, drifted along twice unsuccessful. On the opposite side of the street was a restaurant of no great pretensions. It catered the large appetites and modest purses. Its crockery and atmosphere were thick, its soap and napery thin. Into this place Soapy betook himself without challenge. At a table he sat and consumed beef steak, flapjacks, donuts, and pie, and then he told the waiter the fact that the minutest coin and himself were total strangers. Now get busy and call a cop, said Soapy, and don't keep a gentleman waiting. No cop for you, said the waiter, with a voice like butter cakes and an eye like the cherry in the Manhattan cocktail. Hey, Con! Neatly upon his left ear on the last palm, two waiters pitched Soapy. He arose joint by joint as a carpenter's rule opens and dusted his clothes. Arrest seemed now but an elusive dream. The island seemed very far away. A policeman who stood before a drugstore two doors away laughed and walked down the street. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का A1 एक्टिविटी है ग्लोबल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ट्रू एंड फॉल्स. राइट इफ द फॉलोइंग sentences are true or false. Correct the false sentences. First, Soapy broke the glass of the shop window. Second, nobody heard the breaking of the window. Third, the policeman chased Soapy. Fourth, Soapy did not run away from the place. फर्स्ट का आंसर है ट्रू सेंटेंस. सोपी ब्रोक द ग्लास ऑफ द शॉप विंडो. फोर्थ है सोपी डिड नॉट रन अवे फ्रॉम द प्लेस. फॉल्स सेंटेंसेस है नो बडी हर्ड द ब्रेकिंग ऑफ द विंडो. थर्ड द पुलिसमैन चेज्ड सोपी. A2 complex factual activity. The things that Soapy did: took a stone and dashed it through a glass window, smiled at a policeman, stood still with his hands in his pockets, ate beef steak, flapjacks, donuts, and pie. A3 activity है inference, interpretation, analysis. Complete the following. Discuss the hidden meaning in the expression sentences. First, it catered to large appetites and modest purses. इसका आंसर है द रेस्टोरेंट prepared food for ordinary workers who had large appetites but very little money. Second है he told the waiter the fact that the minutest coin and himself were total strangers. इसका आंसर है he told the waiter that he did not have any money. A4 personal response है have you ever brought eaten something and then found that you did not have enough money to pay for it? Describe your feeling at that time. इसका आंसर है yes it happened to me once. I went to a mall and bought a jacket for myself. I had been looking at a lot of jackets and I got confused with the prices. Finally, when the cashier was making the bill, I found that the jacket I had chosen was very expensive and I did not have enough money to pay for it. I was very embarrassed to tell the cashier this, but I had to. He gave me an angry look. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का A5 है लैंग्वेज स्टडी. Convert the following sentences into the negative without changing their meanings. First है the policeman refused to accept Soapy even as a clue. Second, Soapy drifted along twice unsuccessful. Third, the island seemed very far away. इसका आंसर है the policeman did not accept Soapy even as a clue. Second, Soapy drifted along twice not successful. Third, the island seemed not at all near. A6 activity है vocabulary. First I guess the meaning of first napery, two B took, third brass buttons. Answer है first a napery table linen, two B took to cause oneself to go, third brass buttons the police. Second है O Henry has used different words to indicate prison where Soapy wants to reach. Make a list of those words from the extract. Answer है the island. Third, I fill in the blanks with the correct nouns from the extract. Friendly, electric, large, chaos. Friendly voice, electric lights, large appetites, chaos ferment. Question number 1 का B है do as directed. Shivani found a small box and dropped her bangles inside. Rewrite the sentences beginning with finding. इसका आंसर है फाइंडिंग अ स्मॉल बॉक्स शिवानी ड्रॉप्ड हर बैंगल्स इनसाइड. Second, a sunlight from the window made her black hair appear brown. Rewrite using that. Sunlight that came from the window made her black hair appear brown. Third, on the day the school closed for the summer, no student was more delighted than Ritik. Change the degree. On the day school closed for the summer, Ritik was the most delighted student. Superlative degree. On the day the school closed for the summer, Ritik was more delighted than any other student. Comparative degree. Question number 2 का ये है read the extract and complete the activities given below. ये नॉन टेक्सचुअल एक्सट्रैक्ट है 12 मार्क्स के लिए. To me, a world without poverty means that every person would have the ability to take care of his or her own basic life needs. In such a world, nobody would die of hunger or suffer from malnutrition. Everybody in every part of the globe would have access to education and healthcare services because he or she would be able to afford them. Like today, the state would not be required to provide free or subsidized healthcare or schooling. All state organizations created to provide free or subsidized services for the poor would no longer be required and could be done away with. Thus, no need for welfare or local welfare agencies or the National Welfare Department. State run safety net programs would have no rationale for existence because no one would live on charity anymore. State run social security programs, income support programs would be unnecessary. Nobody would be at the mercy of anyone else, and that is what would make all the difference between a world without poverty and one riddled with it. Finally, a poverty free world would be economically much stronger and far more stable than the world today. One fifth of the world's inhabitants who today live a life of extreme poverty would become income earners and income spenders. They would generate extra demand in the market to make the world economy grow. They would bring their creativity and innovations into the marketplace to increase the world's productive capacity. Since nobody would ever become poor except on a temporary and limited basis, the economy would probably not go through extreme swings. We would avoid boom and bust cycles and be able to surmount man made disasters with greater ease. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का A1 एक्टिविटी है ग्लोबल अंडरस्टैंडिंग 2 मार्क्स के लिए. करेक्ट द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ द फैक्ट्स फ्रॉम द एक्सट्रैक्ट. Everybody in every part of the globe would have access to administration and social care services because he or she would not be able to afford them. Second, we would avoid boom and bust cycles and be able to surmount natural disaster with great ease. A2 complex factual activities है complete the following statement 2 marks. The situation in the world without poverty would be different because first the state need not dash, second nobody dash. A3 inference interpretation analysis activity है find and write in the black boxes. One fifth of the world's inhabitants today live a life of extreme poverty. How would they economically stand in a poverty free world? They would be income earners and income spenders. Dash. A for activity है personal response. 2 marks. Suggest at least 4 solutions to overcome the problems of increasing poverty. A5 language study do as directed. 2 marks. Rewrite the following sentences in the ways instructed. First, nobody would die of hunger or suffer from malnutrition. Convert the sentences to positive without changing its meaning. To everybody in every part of the globe would have access education and healthcare services. Rewrite the sentences beginning with the education. A6 vocabulary in focus. Find out the words from the extract that mean the following. First, calamity. 2, overcome. 3, bringing new ideas. For financially. आंसर है ए वन का आंसर है फर्स्ट है एवरीबडी इन एवरी पार्ट ऑफ द ग्लोब वुड हैव एक्सेस टू एजुकेशन एंड हेल्थ केयर सर्विसेज बिकॉज ही और शी वुड बी एबल टू अफोर्ड दैम वन मार्क सेकेंड है वी वुड अवॉइड बूम एंड बस साइकिल्स एंड बी एबल टू सरमाउंट मैन मेड डिजास्टर्स विद ग्रेटर ईज वन मार्क A2 है द सिचुएशन इन अ वर्ल्ड विदाउट पॉवर्टी वुड बी डिफरेंट बिकॉज फर्स्ट द स्टेट नीड नॉट टेक केयर ऑफ anyone's basic life needs. 2, nobody would die of hunger or suffer from malnutrition. A3, they would be income earners and income spenders. They would generate extra demand in the market. They would bring creativity, increase world production. A4 activity है the problems of increasing poverty can be overcome by first providing free and compulsory school education to all irrespective of caste and creed. 2, encouraging the modern youth to bring their innovations and creativity into the marketplace. 3, improving family welfare programs and encouraging the two children idea. 4, cleaning up the political system and getting rid of corruption. A5 activity का आंसर है the number of people who would die of hunger or suffer from malnutrition would be 0. Second, education and healthcare services would have been accessed by everybody in every part of the globe. A6, calamity, disaster, overcome, surmount, bringing new ideas, innovations, financially, economically. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 का बी है समरी राइटिंग 3 मार्क्स राइट अ समरी ऑफ द अबव एक्सट्रैक्ट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पॉइंट सजेस्ट अ सूटेबल टाइटल इसका आंसर है अ पावर्टी फ्री वर्ल्ड इन अ पावर्टी फ्री वर्ल्ड एवरी पर्सन वुड बी एबल टू टेक केयर ऑफ हिज और हर ओन बेसिक नीड्स दिस वुड मीन दैट वेलफेयर एजेंसीज सब्सिडाइज्ड सर्विसेज एंड सोशल सिक्योरिटी प्रोग्राम्स would become unnecessary and could be done away with. Nobody would be at the mercy of anyone else, and those who are today poor would generate and spend income. This would result in the steady growth of the economy. There would be few ups and downs, and the world would be able to face disasters with greater ease. Question number 2 का C है complete the given blank spaces with your ideas in the figure that describes your basic preparation for the HSC board examination. Question number 2 का C है preparing for the HSC board examinations through reading of all textbooks. Through reading of all textbooks, writing practice for specific hours, memorizing questions and formulae, providing time for relaxation and physical exercise, preparing a timetable, allocating sufficient time for revision, going through the college notes and making condensed self notes. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का ये है रीडिंग फॉर द कॉम्प्रिहेंशन पोएटिक डिवाइसेस एंड पोएटिक क्रिएटिविटी रीड द पोएम एंड कंप्लीट द एक्टिविटीज गिवन बिलो afoot and light-hearted I take to the open road, healthy free the world before me, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticism. Strong and content, I travel the open road, the earth that is sufficient. I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Still here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. A1 Global Understanding Activity. Pick out the lines showing that the poet is prepared to enjoy every moment of his life. Journey. Answer: a foot and light-hearted I take to the open road. Second, healthy, free, the world before me. Third, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Fourth, henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. A2 Inference Interpretation Analysis Activity. The poet is a person who is free from all inhibitions. Discuss how the concept is expressed in the poem. इसका आंसर है the poet is about to embark on a trip. He does not consider anything can restrict him, even his own hesitations or doubts. He says he is prepared, afoot, and light-hearted. He is physically fit and mentally without any dilemma. He is all set to follow the road to his dream destination, healthy and free. He does not want to depend on good luck or fortune to be kind to him. He has his life, his destiny in his own hands and is confident that is enough. I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. A3 Personal response. Healthy, free, the world before me. Express your views regarding the above line. इसका आंसर है the poet is about to set out on life's journey. He is of healthy body and mind. He feels strong enough to meet challenges he may have to face on the way. His attitude seems positive, hopeful, and determined. He says the world before me. Showing this, hence we can say he is ready to make use of every opportunity the world can provide, and he will not delay or complain, postpone or criticize, blaming others. He can make any dream come true. A4 Poetic Devices. Pick out a line from the poem that is an example of paradox. Answer: still here I carry my old delicious burdens. Is the line that is having a paradox. Delicious and burden. Something delicious is pleasant, whereas burden reminds us of something difficult and unpleasant. But the poet wants to convey that his sweet memories are difficult to leave behind. They pull us back from going away, but still he will go, but he will carry his precious memories and still carry on his life's journey. A5 Poetic Creativity. Write 4 to 6 lines of free verse on the topic The road that leads to my college. Express that it is the road to knowledge and bright future. You may begin like this: every day I treat with the bag of books. इसका आंसर है the road that leads to my college. Every day I treat with the bag of books and a hopeful step into the space of light and hope. I can look for myself. I go to become more ready for tomorrow and the day after. Every day, every way I grow and grow thankful and wise, strongly hopeful. Appreciation of the poem. Question number 3 का B है. Read the poem from the textbook, then write the appreciation in about 150 words in paragraph format with the help of the following points. About the poem, poet and significance of the title, the form and theme and its significance, poetic style, language, features, poetic devices used, inspirational message, values, morals reflected in the poem, special features, your opinion and critical evaluation of the poem. Answer: the Ballad, the Inchcape Rock, is by Robert Southey. Inchcape was a stretch of treacherous rocks near the Scottish coast. The benevolent abbot of Aberbrothock had installed a warning bell on the rock. However, a pirate, Sir Ralph the Rover, in a fit of wickedness, cut the warning bell and sank it into the sea. Many months later, when the pirate was sailing towards Scotland in stormy weather, His boat struck the very same rock and sank. As there was no bell to warn him, Ralph realized to his despair that he had brought this ruin onto himself. The poem is a ballad. The stories are told in easy language in stanzas of 4 lines. The rhyme scheme is AABB. The poet uses many Old English words like blessed, coth, and canst. The poem begins with a bright day and ends on a dark note. Some of the figures of speech are inversion, alliteration, onomatopoeia, etc. They add beauty to the poem. The poem is a didactic one with a clear message and moral. Those who do wrong things will meet with due punishment. I like the poem as it is in the form of a story and easy to understand. The imagery too is very good. I agree with the message delivered by the poet. Question number 4 का ये है using information from the dialogue given below write the message which Amrita left for her brother Surjit. Do not leave out any vital information or add any new information. Shekhar, is this telephone number? Amrita, yes, may I know who is speaking? Shekhar, I am Shekhar. I want to speak to Surjit. I am his friend from IIHM Goa. Amrita, I am his sister. Surjit is not at home at the moment. Can you ring up a little later? Shekhar, I shall be a little busy. Actually, I have got placement at the Hotel Mumbai and will have to join with immediate effect. So right now I am trying to get all the formalities completed. This is the news that I wanted to give to Sarjeet. Will you do that for me? Also tell him that I will let him know my new cell number as soon as I get one. Amrita, I'll do that. Bye and all the best. Amrita had to leave for office, so she wrote a note for Surjit. Draft her message in not more than 50 words. इसका आंसर है 30th September 8:30 a.m. Surjit, your friend Shekhar called up to say that he has got placement in Hotel Mumbai. He is at present busy getting all the formalities done. He said he would give you his new cell number as soon as he gets it. Amrita. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 का बी है रीड द फॉलोइंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट एंड प्रिपेयर अ लेटर ऑफ एप्लीकेशन टू बी सेंड बाय ईमेल. डू नॉट गिव योर बायोडेटा. Situation vacant. Wanted a computer engineer. Candidate must have passed BE in computer engineering. Experience would holder will be preferred. Write giving details to email armancon about gmail.com. To armancon about gmail.com. Subject application for the post of computer engineer. Sir, madam, I have recently passed my BE in computer engineering from JLM Engineering College, Ratnagiri, with a pass percentage of 61. I also have 3 months of experience developing software for Pragati Electronics in Ratnagiri. The project was for the maintenance of accounts of MHEL Private Limited. I do hope that you will consider me for appointment in your esteemed company. I shall be able to arrange my own accommodation in Pune. I anticipate an early call for an interview. My details are in the CV that I have attached. I assure you of dedicated service should I be considered for the post. Yours truly XYZ. Question number 5 का ये है answer the following questions in about 50 words each. Do as directed. Describe in brief the purpose of organizing the half yearly report program of Students Council. इसका आंसर है during the half yearly report program of Students Council, each class would report through its representatives on the studies pursued during the half year which began after Easter. A representative was chosen for each subject. When all the classes had completed their reports, in panel of teachers would be invited to occupy the stage and answer questions from the body of the hall on matters arising out of the various reports. Throughout all the reports, the emphasis was on what they understood or rather than what they were expected to learn. Fourth है bring out the contrast in the characters of Miss Phillips and Denham. इसका आंसर है Miss Phillips, whom everyone had thought to be frilly and brainless, proved while answering Denham's questions that she was the best informed of the three teachers on the stage. She intervened skillfully when the other two teachers were at a loss without embarrassing them. She spoke coolly, honestly, and with authority when Denham is blunt, critical, and argumentative. While discussing the PT exercise, she tells him that the whole timetable in the school was meant to help the students in the world after they left school, and doing what one was told in spite of not liking it is part of the training. She gives her views confidently and puts Denham in his place very calmly. Denham accepts his defeat courteously. उम्मीद है आपको हमारा वीडियो पसंद आया होगा। अगली वीडियो में दोबारा मुलाकात होगी। खुदा हाफिज़।